All right, fans, welcome back to the second half of tonight's game between the Norristown Eagles and the Quakertown Panthers. We're about to open the second half. The score is 28-0 in favor of the Quakertown Panthers. Norristown will kick off to start the second half, and it will be Giacomo Stabile.
Yeah, that's the first time we've heard his name mentioned tonight, Joe, and I'm anxious to see how Norristown responds here in the opening moments of the third quarter.
Fisher and Cox to receive. Squib kick, pounced on by Quakertown.
Good position there to start, 36-yard line.
That's right. Smart play by that receiver. He didn't try to run with it. He just fell on the ball, knowing that he's going to have his team is going to have good field position at the 36-yard line. Smart play.
Opening series, I expect Quakertown, Joe, to really test their ground game now to try to just milk the clock, try to sustain a drive and retain the football.
Here's Fisher around left end, picks up about 3 yards.
He's got deceptive quickness, that Fisher.
He does.
Because he's a pretty good-sized kid.
He averages about 5.8 yards per carry.
That's pretty good. Yep. Pretty impressive.
Yeah. And he doubles as a receiver. You see him in the slot once in a while, Tom, on the wing.
This Donnelly, the quarterback for Quakertown, really impresses me, Joe.
Here's a handoff inside. Big pile up.
Yeah, good surge by the interior of the Norristown defensive line there.
Yeah, the quarterback, Tom, as you mentioned, has one of the key attributes, and that's height, that's size.
And it would impress me the fact that he's running against the grain and throwing those beautiful spirals on the money.
Yeah. All right, 3rd and 4 for the Panthers. Give it the lone setback. Going to the air again. Zips a pass. There's Cox again over the middle. Down to about the Norristown 42-yard line.
Again, great patience by Donnelly, looking off his primary receiver, staying poised, and then hitting the secondary receiver for a first down.
Absolutely.
It's like they picked up just where they left off, Joe, in the first half.
Cox, a smart receiver, as you said, Tom. The quarterback came off his primary receiver, and Cox went to the open space, and Donnelly found him. Beautiful pass. Two very smart players.
You go outside. I just want to say that.
All right, here's Fisher.
Oh, wow, what deception.
25, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
And, Joe, I feel as though with the extra point now, if they're successful, the mercy clock rule will become effective, meaning the clock will not stop with the exception of a timeout and I believe exchange of possession at the end of a period.
Touchdown.
All right, 34.
Touchdowns and timeouts, I've been informed.
34-0. Here's Belenius.
I think he's going to miss it, Joe.
Good snap. Good placement, good kick, 35-0.
I was trying to jinx the kicker there, so we won't have this mercy rule. But, Joe, what's your feeling on this in high school football?
I think that at this level, Tom, I think it's a good thing. I think there's really no need to rub salt in a defeated opponent's wounds. It lessens the agony. It shortens the agony. I was just going to say, Tom, I never thought that I would see the day or see the night when Norristown would have the mercy clock. A Norristown high school football team would have the mercy clock running in its behalf.
At Roosevelt Stadium, nonetheless.
That's right. Never thought I'd see it.
Maybe CB West team, some of their heydays, but Norristown was always competitive with the CB West.
Always. This is very disappointing, very sad. I think of all the great, and I mean great football players that played on this field. Wherever they are, they're just shaking their heads. Just shaking their heads. All right.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm going to direct this to Mr. Skeet Miller, if Norristown scores, Skeet, once it makes to 35, okay, even if Norristown would cut the deficit under 35, the mercy clock rule, the running clock will be in effect for the balance of the game, stopping only on touchdowns and timeouts.
Pay attention to the referee. He'll tell us when the clock is up.
Thank you.
Got that?
Yep. Thanks, Skeet.
Get that? Pay attention to the referee. He'll tell us when to stop the clock.
All right, here's a handoff to number 2. That's Robbie Coleman. All right, 2nd and 3. Nice pickup by Coleman. Pickup of 7 yards.
Norristown, Joe, still in the shotgun formation.
Yep.
Coleman in motion. Looks like it's going to be a pitch. Bird might cuts it up nicely.
I think he might, 3rd down, little short of the 1st down. All right, number 7 coming out of the game with a being nicked a little bit is Bruce Minnick.
Now clock stops.
Clock stop now. Norristown calls timeout.
With 8:31 left to play, the score 35-0. Quakertown's a machine.
Well, Joe, again, I wasn't overly impressed the early part of the game. It almost like Quakertown was not sky high for this game. Norristown seemed to come out with a lot of energy.
They did.
But the fumbles and turnovers hurt them early. And then once Quakertown got into gear, they've been very impressive.
Yep.
They're big, good size up front, and those big kids are agile.
Yes, they
I
are.
mean, they're running down people like Coleman in the backfield and Bird. And they have solid speed and an outstanding quarterback and good depth. They're not playing 11 kids both ways. They have quite a turnover in personnel from offense to defense.
One of the things that their defensive coach told me before the game is they try to rotate on defense and give as many boys as they can some playing time. Keeps fresh legs.
Yeah, when you have 80 players on a team or 70 players on a team, and they make the transition from offense to defense, and you only see 2 come out, then you're talking about only maybe 15% of the players in the entire roster get any time. That's difficult to motivate you at practice when you know you're not going to get any time.
Sure.
I know.
3rd and 1 here. Coach Smith called a timeout, Joe. I think he's really going to try to work on sustaining an offensive progression here in the second half.
All right, they're back into the T formation. Greg Bird under center. I think he moved the pile enough for the first down. He did. It'll be 1st and 10.
Follow the Bird for the first down yardage.
Now, the referee just blew the whistle signaling the start of the clock, but the clock had already been started.
Exactly.
Once the Eagles...
He said, ignore the mechanics on the field.
The directive is to ignore the mechanics on the field except for stopping the clock.
No! Bird almost lost the ball. hammered to the ground.
I don't know what that play was. Was that supposed to be a little pitch forward there, Joe?
I think it was
a shovel pass.
I think it was a shovel pass of some sort. Yeah.
Uh-oh,
right.
Bird's limping
Bird's
right now.
limping. We're going to see the young Dinolfi boy, number 16. Number 16 is Jerry Dinolfi, a sophomore, 5'8", 153 pounds.
Official timeout here. Its clock will stop.
We may see Jerry.
I haven't seen, to my knowledge, I haven't seen. Has he played this year yet, Joe?
Yes, he played a little bit against Wissahickon when Greg was injured, albeit slightly, and I believe the team picked up a couple of first downs under his guidance. Completed a couple of passes.
263-758.
I understand last year, Tom, as a freshman, he threw 18 touchdown passes.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Of course, he being a sophomore and Bird, the bigger, stronger athlete.
Yeah, Jerry Dinolfi's going to go in. 2nd and 6. We'll see what the youngster can do.
A pretty good team out of East Norton is down on this one. Red Bird and Frank Booker.
Jerry Dinolfi, 5'8", 153 sophomore.
I know his dad very well, and I can tell you right now he's bursting with pride.
Is that Alex?
No, that's Jerry.
Jerry Dinolfi Sr.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alex is his uncle. Here's Coleman around the left side. Picks up about 5 yards, a little short of the first down. Nice safe call for the sophomore quarterback. Nothing fancy.
Norristown now is approaching what may be close to their best field position of the evening, Joe.
Yep.
They're just outside the 40-yard line. And I think when they fumbled in the first half, it was about the Quakertown 40.
All right, it's 3rd and 1. Going to give it to the big guy. Going to give it to Haas. Nope. Haas clears the way. Coleman struggles for a first down. Nice second effort by the young man. All right. Youngster picked up a first down.
Hey, they might be. They might be better served, perhaps, if they give Dinolfi a lot of playing time. Maybe even if Bird can't come back, let him finish the game, because it's going to be an abbreviated game. Give as many reps as possible.
That's a good point. All right, you have Jerry Dinolfi in the shotgun. Rolling right. Nice pass.
Very nice pass.
Nice complete.
He looks sharp on that pass.
Nice touch.
His mechanics throwing the ball seem a little bit more superior than Greg Bird, Joe. Just based on that one completion.
Sure. Well, as I said, Tom, he had a brilliant freshman year quarterbacking the freshman team. Here's a handoff to Coleman around the left side. He's at the 30, the 25, the 20, down to the 15-yard line. Eagles are moving.
And yeah, Joe, one thing, and you may mention this in the first half, you'd like to see the Norristown offense revert back to their normal offense. Since Dinolfi's been in there, they've only run the shotgun one time, and he's moved the team down the field.
Yep.
That's taking nothing away from Greg Bird, but
not at all.
Go with your hot hand, especially in this scenario.
1st and 10. Eagles on the Quakertown 15-yard line. Another handoff to the big guy.
Now,
Darmon Pierce.
Joe, I don't know for certain, but do you believe that Quakertown may have gone to their second team defense, or?
I don't think so. I think those are the starters. Number 45.
It's a shame Norristown couldn't have got possession first to keep that 35-0 score at 28 and
Here's
the
Darmon,
clock being stopped.
Darmon Pierce in the backfield along with Dinolfi. Here's the big guy, Darmon the Diesel.
I think he's
Touchdown. Darmon Pierce.
in. And they're on the board, Joe, and that was an impressive drive. I believe they started on their own, 28-yard line, a 72-yard drive.
Yep. Darmon Pierce. As I've been saying all evening, give it to the big guy.
How about that young Dinolfi coming in? The young sophomore, Joe, showing poise, a nicely completed pass, and the offensive line responded. That hole was huge. I give E.J. Smith credit. His kids have not quit. He must have made some blocking adjustments at halftime,
Yep.
and it's showing right now.
Here's Stabile. Kick was blocked.
This part of their game, Joe, the putting and kicking.
I think Quakertown was offside. I'm not sure, but I think they were.
Outside.
Dinolfi is the holder on the placements as well.
There's talk of going for 2 here, but you know what? I think they have to work on their kicking game. And it's a good practice situation to do it.
All right, yeah, they're going to go for the 1. Yeah, that's right. I mean, I think they're going to go for the 1. I think Stabile is still in there, number 41.
I think next week they play Upper Dublin, if I'm not mistaken, and that's certainly a beatable opponent.
All right. Nice snap, nice placement.
Good.
Banged it through.
Yeah, good luck.
Not the most extra point out of excellent hold by Jerry Dinolfi. Norristown is on the board, 35-7.
Yeah, and that shows a lot of character, Joe. After you're being down, the team comes right out, blows you off the ball, scores a quick touchdown within 2 minutes. The clock now is not going to be a factor because it's going to run. You're not going to have the full time. And what did Norristown? And after the injury to Bird, that they played their best football of the game.
Yes, they did. A very impressive drive by the Eagles. Engineered by young Dinolfi.
Oh, the cheerleaders throwing those footballs up in the bleachers.
You think they can reach them up here, Tom?
No, I think they're a little too dainty. We're pretty good ways up here.
Here's Giacomo Stabile. Squib kick picked up by Quakertown. That's number 9, Chris Leister.
Good coverage by the Eagle return team or kicking team.
Maybe just by imagination, Tom, but the Eagles seem a little perkier, a little friskier right now.
Well, you know, that's what a touchdown will do. That's what a touchdown will do.
Is that 32? All right, no, Tom, that's their first team. That's their first team offense. There's a pitch wide to Fisher. Picks up about 7 yards off the right side.
Very productive run there.
Second down, 3 yards to go. 2.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. The score, Quakertown 35, Norristown 7.
One of your favorite players down there, Darmon Pierce, is really excited. A lot of players are going over congratulating him. That's a big thrill for the young sophomore to score that touchdown.
All right, here's number 31, Zach Schlock.
Kenny Witter on that tackle, Joe. That was a touchdown saving tackle.
Yes, it was.
I might add.
Witter came up from his free safety position, made an excellent tackle.
And we're inside of 2 minutes already here in the third quarter.
You know, Tom, they don't get a lot of credit, but that Quakertown offensive line tearing some big holes in the in Norristown defense.
Yeah, they are, and then they're pass protecting well too. And
Once it started, don't give up.
All right, here's a pitch to Fisher. Skitters around left end for about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Good pursuit by the Eagles on defense. Robbie Coleman into the game. Coming out is number 20, Stevie Sullivan. Evidently he's okay. He was knocked down in the first half. He's back playing. 2nd and 7. Walters in motion.
looked like movement.
Yep.
The wide out.
I don't see a flag. It looked like the flanker on the left side flinched.
Now the officials also, Joe, might be somewhat affected in their judgment, knowing that game is a blowout and the clock is moving, and
It's a good point, Tom. Excellent.
unless it's blatantly obvious that would affect the constitution or the makeup of the play,
Excellent
they're
point,
reluctant
Tom.
to throw that yellow hanky.
Excellent point. Good non-call.
There's one they could not avoid because there was about 4 people moving. And that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter, Joe, as the clock now has run out of zeros. The clock will be set, and if I'm not mistaken, from what I was told, will be set at 12 minutes and run immediately.
That's the change of quarter. No, first quarter of the quarter. First quarter.
A cogent reinterpretation by the timekeeper.
Which contradicted the initial information we were given.
Oh, Lord.
Well, Joe, we're still on the air here as the teams will change sides of the field. When time resumes, Quakertown will have the ball.
3rd and 10.
Little Jay-Z up here in the booth.
Jehu.